What is up, YouTube? JT of the Dead here. Now you may ask why I'm so far away from the camera, but due to lack of tripod, I'm using a cereal bowl as a tripod right now. But today JT's got a special video for you. After viewing movie John 75's video, actually me and him were talking about doing this video a while back ago. Today I want to do my NES collection. That's right, I'm busting out the old school 8-bit graphics. Now JT is a gamer. I'm not a huge gamer. I don't do it like constantly like everybody, but you know, I grew up playing Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and I even play Xbox and stuff every once in a while. But I have a rather sizable stack of video games here to show you, so instead of me chat-chitting about games, I'm just going to go ahead and show you what all I got. Go through them, talk about them a bit. Push this stuff out of the way. First up here we got Kid Niki. Don't know anything about this game. I've actually never played this. I got this in a box of games that I bought at a flea market. It looks cool. Looks cool cover art. And I was going to do an intro to this video like John did with the music and stuff, but my camera batteries are dead, and I put brand new batteries in it, so I don't know what's up with that. But no intro, sorry guys. Maybe next video. We got 8 Eyes here. Don't know anything about this one. I played it a few times. Didn't really care for it. Just a garage sale buy, I think. Cover looked cool, and I was into fantasy games at the time. So now this next one here was a pretty fun game, and I think they released this for Wii also. Not long ago, and this is a boy and his blob. You feed this blob jelly beans and he grows into different things. That's pretty cool. Next up here we have the video game version of the movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Good cheesy movie and a pretty cool game. I think this is based off the cartoon that came out also for Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Go through these kind of quick. So next up we got the classic Double Dragon and some good old street fight and karate action here. My friend was actually playing this game when we lived together a few years ago, and his TV started smoking, and it was pretty cool because like the smoke's coming out the back of his TV, and he was like, "Oh man, it couldn't handle me a Double Dragon," so that was pretty funny. Next up here we have a personal favorite. Now this game I've had since I was a small child. This is one I used to play all the time. This is The Legend of Cage. Really cool martial arts type game. Karate, Bruce Lee style stuff. Next up here, this is another one I've had since I was a kid, and this is Little Nemo, the Dream Master. This is another video game based off of a cartoon. Came out in the 80s or 90s, and the cartoon's pretty weird, and I used to watch it all the time, and the game is really cool. Really fun game. Not that rare to find. Next up here, we have Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. Now, I think the Wizards and Warriors games had a few in the series. They were like fantasy, role-playing type games. And it looks like Beastmaster on the cover there. Next up here we have The Simpsons, Bart vs. the World. Another cool Simpsons game. You travel all over different places in the world doing stuff with the Simpsons characters. Pretty cool game. Now John showed this one also. This is the uber cheesy Double Dribble. Pretty cool basketball game from back in the day. Next up here, next 3 are ultimate classics that, I mean, everybody knows of. This is Mario, the first Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt game with it. Played this many hours as a kid. Actually, I beat all 3 of these. This is Super Mario Bros. 2. This is one of my favorites in the series. You can pick Peach and Luigi and Toad and different characters. I like that one a lot. Next up here, we got Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, this is, in my opinion, probably one of the best games to ever come out for Nintendo. You know, just the way they changed it up Mario, where you could get the powers to fly, and just classic stuff. Put these over here. Now, the next 3 here are also some of my favorite games of all times, and it's sad that this cover's kind of ripped, and this is the first Castlevania. This is what started it all, the Simon Belmont Vampire Killer. I think it's Simon in this one. Love the Castlevania games. Next up here we have Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2. This is probably my favorite in the Castlevania series. More of like a role-playing type game, and look at that cover art. It's just awesome. And we have, last but not least, Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 3, and you can pick some different characters on this one also. Cool game. Cover's a little beat up there, but cartridge works good. And this next game, I put many hours in on this as a kid, and it used to piss me off. This is Karate Champ. You can actually get this on your iPhone if you guys have those and stuff like that now, I think. Or it might have been on Xbox, I think, I can't remember. But Karate Champ's classic. Got the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. I've only played this a handful of times, but this was a fun game. This next one, a lot of my subscribers on here, if you watch this video, like all 4 or 5 of you, you'll like this one, Friday the 13th, the video game. And this is a fun game. You go around as different members of the Friday the 13th, which I don't know if they're from the movies, I can't remember. I think maybe some of them are, but you go around and fight Jason, go into different cabins, and you fight zombies and stuff like that. But that's the Kane Hodder Jason there on the cover. Pretty cool. I remember renting that game from the video store back in the day. Next up here we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I spent many, many hours at an arcade back home playing this all the time. Countless quarters on that one. Classic game. You can also get that on Xbox Live. John also showed this one, and this is the first Turtles game, I believe. And this is, they even still have the red bandanas, like the comic Turtles. Very hard game, but pretty cool. Angry Video Game Nerd does a cool video on that game. Next up here is another cool one. We got Mad Max, the Nintendo game. Pretty cool, post-apocalypse, classic Mad Max stuff. And the next set up here we have, well, I'll show this one first. This is the Legend. Got some rattleage going on in there. Legend of Zelda, classic game, started it all. Went on to do many, many more Zelda games. Here's the follow-up, The Adventures of Link, my favorite in the Zelda series. Pretty cool game. Like those a lot. Probably gonna play through those again. Have another copy of that one. And next up is a cool RPG, Ghost Line. Really cool role-playing game. Cool cover art. Kind of gay looking, but pretty cool. Star Trek, the video game. 25th anniversary. Pretty cool game if you're a Star Trek fan. Next up we got Wrath of the Black Mana, cool ninja game, kind of in the style of Ninja Gaiden, or Gaiden, however you want to pronounce that. This next one is classic, super fun, Excitebike. Put many hours in on this game also. Gotta love Excitebike. This is one of the cool, this is Gauntlet, but this is one of the cooler cartridges. It's black, but very hard to get in and out of your Nintendo. Cool cover art there. Gotta love Gauntlet. This next one is a very hard but very fun game that also went on to do good for Nintendo, and this is Metroid. And I also have Super Metroid for Super Nintendo, which that'll be my next video, showing all my Super Nintendo video games. Don't have as many of those. Galaga, another classic. I think this came out for Atari. It's put out by Bandai. That's pretty cool. Did Godzilla figures and stuff like that. Power Rangers. But Galaga, I think, came out for maybe Atari or arcade, something like that also. And the last one here, don't really know anything about this, and this is the Wrath of the Mutant Virus. Not the Wrath, the Mutant Virus. Pretty crappy game from what I remember. That's all for my Nintendo collection. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I will have my Super Nintendo collection video up, maybe today, maybe not, maybe this week. And I should have my PlayStation 1 collection, PlayStation 2. Don't have a PS3, but maybe do my Xbox collection too. And I think that's all the video games I own. I have some Sega games, but they're at my dad's. But thanks for watching, guys. Peace.